going? Hello, hello, hello. One moment. Right. Okay, now we can actually start. Hello. Hello, Core. You know what, I'm gonna do this one for you, I'll be kind. I'm not technically eating, but I did eat within the last 10 minutes and the stream was live, even if I wasn't, so I'll give you this one for free. I still have a snack though. Wah. I'm gonna just give it to you. Ababwa. How goes the day? How we doing? I've already sorted out a trade with Nemo. Do you have any TCG trades that you want? I have a couple, to be fair. Get our heads round this new trading system in TCG Pocket. Right. Before anything else, I am going to queue for a dungeon so that I can get my ninja up to 81. And then we can do MSQ on ninja. Watch my MSQ quest immediately go up to level 82. The only cards I need are on the rarer side. Fair. I may still have some rare ones though. Because the rules are a bit convoluted, so you can only trade cards of equal value. And if you want to trade things that are higher, you need the currency. You need the trade token currency if you want to trade things of higher value. Oh, we're going back to Charlian. Right, okay. So I'm gonna have to teleport. Yeah. I need... would you believe there's still a common card that I need? Because, Nemo gave me the Venonat in return for a Ralts. So I need a Cramorant from Mystic Jungle. That's the one. Not Genetic Apex, that's the first one. I still need a lot from Genetic Apex, and obviously the new set's just dropped as well, so I'm just gonna not acknowledge that for a bit. Like, I feel like it's a bit redundant trading for the new set because it just came out, so, like, you know, I'm gonna end up getting a bunch of stuff anyway for it. Thanks from a trade. You can thank people for trading? I didn't know you could do that. The trade agreement was reached. The only thing I need at the moment is the movie Charizard. I know I have that, but I don't know if I have one to trade. I think I only pulled one. Yeah, Nemo, yeah, I hadn't actually opened up the app. Nemo traded me the Venonat that I needed. There's a couple of mid-tier ones that I still need. Like, I don't have a Beedrill. Just, like, odd ones that, like, you know, I haven't had. Like, I've got 13 Chinchinos, but I don't have a Beedrill. Weird stuff like that. Yeah, Genetic Apex I'm still quite a ways from completing, however, Mythical Island, not Mythical Jungle, Mythical Island, I'm very close to completing. I need a Serperia, a regular one, not the alt art one. I need a Vaporeon, regular one, not an alt art one. And I need a Cramorant, which is a one star card, a one diamond card, sorry, not a star, because a star is something different, a 1 diamond card. It's a common card that I don't have. I need 3 cards to complete Mythical Island. Got 7 Cramorants, so I can pass you on wherever. Nice. Do you need any commons? Of anything, because I can only trade a common for a common. Are there any commons that you need in either set? Yeah, I need... Let's see, what else do I need? I need a regular Venusaur, regular Beedrill. I don't think Beedrill has anything else. Regular Vileplume. Regular Moltres. Regular Blastoise. There's a lot of 3 diamond cards that I don't need. I imagine me and Spook are going to do a lot of trading because we can literally, like, scroll through each other's collections IRL. I don't have a Frogadier. I don't have a Raichu. There's a lot of regular cards I'm missing. Like, a Swoobat, apparently? No, Gengar EX. Mistap that. Gengar EX is not a common one. Regular Machamp. Nidoking. Wigglytuff EX. I may end up making a list. A regular Aerodactyl, and then you've got all of the alt arts and stuff. How many? Yeah, I have one immersive Charizard, so I can't trade it, unfortunately. Because I think you genuinely have to have a duplicate to trade something. Bleh. Yeah, have a look if there's anything of common rarity from either of the first 2 sets, and I will see if I can give you one. Oh, I completed the Snorlax mission because I needed the Venonat. It's fun. I'm mostly waiting for this dungeon to pop because I'm pretty sure the moment I go in this room, there's going to be a cutscene of some kind. It says it expects me to only have to wait 5 minutes. I'm 3rd in the queue. I knew this was how stream was gonna go. I knew immediately that the moment I saw you, I would ask you about TCG trades. Also, I might go for golf for this week. There we go. That didn't take too long. Oh, my phone is like dead as well.
So it is you. You will not defile my new paradise.
Oh boy, I haven't done this dungeon since I did it for story. I love this guy's, like... Is it a cloak he's wearing? It looks like feathers. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's got feathers at the end of it. I love that. What is that? Oh, it's level 100 armor. Quetzali male offending. Ooh! That's something for me to look forward to. That, like, endgame armor. Oh, I died. I got hit by something. I was too busy looking at pretty armor. March of the Blue Eyes White Dragons. I wish these were Blue Eyes White Dragons, because instead there's something awful. Hi, Galaxy, how's your day going? I don't have any commons I need besides from the new pack. Fair enough. I mean, I could give you one of my commons, but it seems a bit redundant to be trading commons on the day of release from the new packs. How did I die again? I think somebody pulled too big because he is also dead. I think he pulled too big. She pulled too big. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. You can trade whatever. Okay. Thank you, friend. You watch me make a little infographic of the cards I need, because, like, because every card has, like, a bunch of different variants of it. I feel like I need to use images. Because, like, I need superior, but a specific one. Oh geez, the tank died again. Well, this one fell apart rapidly, didn't it? It's alright, it happens. Whew! Okay, we did it. Oh, I've got my caps lock on. I seem to vaguely recall Curls or Das or someone saying the first time we did this dungeon of like, oh, this pull is a dangerous one. Yo, that sage's weapon looks like feathers as well. I gotta say, I'm in love with the vibe of endgame armor and equipment being feathers. I love that. They're like the same color of his armor. I wonder if it's the same sort of like set. Right, yeah. Just remember, this is a Shadowbringers dungeon. I actually need to be looking at what things are doing. So you trade offer for Cramorant. If you get that list going, let me know. I'll probably have most of what you need. Yeah. Maybe I'll like look at making the list tonight after I like compare with Spook, because there is probably a good chance that me and Spook will trade with one another, because it'll just be a lot easier. Because obviously we can just see what each other needs. Hi Strap, how you doing? I will read that in a moment because I'm mid-boss fight. Hey Galaxia, I saw that you were having some issues with OBS. As someone who is considering switching to OBS very soon, I'm very curious what it is that you're encountering. Nice. We pass on armor that we don't need. We do not hoard armor anymore. We do not have the inventory space.
Scurrying about my domain like insects! I will not suffer it!
Mine's all that you matter, your valid love word in love. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for being a big sweetheart, Strap. It always brightens up my day when you come and say hello. Quite boring and not entirely OBS's fault. It's very much orientated towards my favourite field of work. Oh, fair enough. I hope you guys are ready in the future for the most scuffed of streams when I eventually do switch over to OBS and everything is different and I don't know how anything works. I don't know when it'll happen, but it'll happen. That's certainly a look.
Come no closer! Filthy creatures!
Big pulls in front of the awful wall. Get frogged. Oop, wrong way. Whew. Forget how insane this place looks. Right. And drink my tea at the same time. We're very fast-paced in this one. That's my line, get frogged. Ayy. Right. Use my eyes. I have to use my eyes and see. I'm gonna be real, this was a case of I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here, so I'm gonna copy what everyone else did. We're switching it up again. Forbidden Rubik's Cube. Stay in the middle. Oh shit. Oof, ouch. Oh, I've done bad here, I think. I tried to do the, Whew! There's the level up I was after. That got very close for me.
I am righteousness,
Shut.
and righteousness will prevail.
Nah. Pass.
Ah, can't you do anything by yourself?
He's righteousness. No, he's not. He's a piece of shit. I'm gonna kick him in the jeans. It's the oh no, he's hot dungeon. No. He is not. He's gross. The big baby, he is. He is the biggest man-child you will ever see. Me trying to run a dungeon one-handed. Like a well-placed fireball should help here. There we go. Right, I hit 81, which is what I was trying to achieve. Waiting for the tank. So much stuff. Is that an improvement? I can never tell. Comparison. It is an improvement on what I currently have equipped, so... I got level 70 earrings! Generally is a little booster item, yeah, well yeah, that was my thought. Don't get huge stats from them, but the eye level boost is important. Because when I wanted to do the last dungeon on my rogue, I didn't have the eye level for it because I've not been keeping on top of my equipment.
Very well. If you will not be discouraged.
Yeah, I saw that coming, but I didn't really do anything about it. There we go. Last one. So no, I hit 40 on my white mage thinking I'll stop at 15 level something else. I might start my meme character.
I don't care what it takes.
I thought all your characters were meme characters, Core. Ah, balls. Why is it every time it's bright when I have my charge up? fuck, which? Oh. Okay. The furthest one? The furthest one. Haven't done this dungeon since I did it in story about however long ago. Was that like 5 months ago? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know about the I've played the game. I know where Tombstone Armor is. Thank you, though. I know. It's pretty much what I always do when I get to a point with certain characters, is I basically... Once I get to sort of like the level, the 8-9 section, I'm like... You know, if I'm like 78 or something, I'll be like, oh, I'll just wait until I get to 80 and then I can get the Tombstone Armor. I just haven't done it yet because I have a square brain. The thing about FF is that unless it's like end game current armor, getting armor is not hard, really. I remind you because it makes a difference. Yeah, I know it comes from just wanting to help. Thank you for that. I always appreciate it. Always wants to help. Good bean. Pats you on the head. Always wants to help. Right. Which one is it? It's the one. These ones at the front. Oh, that's a dead. Well, that's a problem. That's the healer. That's a dead from the healer. That's a problem. Uh-oh, John. Woo! We're fine. You. Ooh, plant! Oh, I didn't get the plot. Didn't get the plant. That was charming. Alright, what even is my gear at the moment? I'm not quite maxed out on Poetics just yet, so bear that in mind. Commended gear, there we go, I got some bits of jewellery from that. Small upgrade. I do need to just go and get the 80 gear, basically. Like the proper 80 gear. Especially for this stuff. You got things and stuff. Things and stuff? Stuff and things. I love stuff and things. I can finish munchies. get so many stuff and things, you need to find places for the stuff and things. That's the main issue. The main issue is having too many stuff and things. The real reason we bought a house is so I had a place for all my stuff and things. 5 years? Holy shit. Holy shit. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labours safely in storage. For now, we have to wait with the others return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Mark Carl appraised me of your recent accomplishments, amazing feat to eliminate his tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. Well, it isn't much. I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillows. After all, there's nothing like collapsing a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone. Milestone? Not milestone. Milestone. Be it pending a thesis or defeating deform entities. You're a real one. You're a real one. Clean bed? Mwah. Godsend. Get that bread! I'm a big fan of the Follow Age series. I've been playing Veilguard. It's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, the flower. The tail definitely adds to this.
Protect them well.
Aww!
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
They got takeout! Oh my god!
Only the finest dining from the last stand.
They got us takeout! I love them! I love them so much. That was single-handedly one of the best things I've ever seen in this game. Opening the door to them all just holding a bunch of food bags, just like, oh my god, burger! Yes, Grahar and his burger! She said no pickles.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
I will eat their pickles. You'll have to fight me for them.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
Look at the size of those cookies. Astounding.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
I'm definitely Graha in this scene. Everyone's talking, I'm just shoveling food into my face. I'm like, what?
Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
I love this so much. This is the best. It's tea time! Everybody, you have to have time. We're having tea with your besties. And a burger. I want a burger now.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you've recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
He can has the
What an
cheeseburger.
experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
We love this. We love this.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
I think she spent a lot of energy doing that.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, Isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radsat Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The
This is a
relief
hell of a
with
spread.
renewed hope.
And he's still just munching. Such a
Indeed.
vibe.
And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
This is one of those cutscenes that's just going. Can't pause it.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Yeah.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
I'd be interested in trying those as well.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
You had to learn a levitation spell to help him
Simply,
get books.
You used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Well.
They're tall, you see.
Short King!
Too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Short King! Short King!
Oh.
That is single-handedly one of the best cutscenes in the whole game. Absolutely demolished. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with chat, but I can't pause the cutscene in this. I'm trying to like glance at chat, but also pay attention to what's being said. There we go. All things a lot funnier when you've watched Wicked. That's true as well. Oh. Just oh god, with the books and the library and the spinning and the ladders. So why didn't you lose the levitation spell then, Graha? But yes, this is the pickle chat now, and we are fine with that. Need to find a clip of this later. I would like go back and rewatch this cutscene because in game when you go to your room, you can rewatch cutscenes, can't you? So I would rewatch this cutscene because it's just a good one. It's just a good one. And this is so important narratively. This is the kind of shit that I love in D&D and when role-playing and stuff. It's why back when I played as Blue, we would have those tea time moments. As I said, tea time with Blue was the thing. It's why I would sometimes have like fireside chats between Kirok and Glory. It's so important to have these moments to like really humanize these characters, you know, of like to just have them be normal and actually be able to talk about things. It's so good and so important. It's so nice. Wow. You do know these are my courses. What do you mean? They could stay here. We pushing on until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
It is indeed. Green is green for happiness. Well, yellow was happiness, wasn't it? Because that was what the oh, this fuck. And then there's this guy. And then there's this asshole. Coming to waste my time. Ruin my day.
Ah, enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
And this fucking piece of shit as well. Spoiled why Babylon 5 is so good, and I promise it won't mention Babylon 5 again. On Core's side here, doubt.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled. And I need not tell you by
How dare you, Core?
Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome.
I don't believe anybody whose name starts with K. We don't believe anybody whose name is a K, and we have 2 people who fit that bill. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome.
Honestly, talk
Krauser's
of your
fault, yes.
nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No, he's very obsessive personality.
No. All else is equal, equally tedious, equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
How poetic.
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame.
A warrior of light may
I
have.
basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before.
Orb is friend-shaped.
Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
See, very obsessive. Nope, the chair has not been oiled.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
Why does Fandaniel sound different, or is that just me?
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, All the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me. So I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind.
I feel like the Skies and Grahar are polar opposites, at least when it comes to the Warrior of Light, in a way. I suppose so, in a way, yeah. I don't think Grahar takes the level of obsession quite as far as he does, though. Like, he was a bit of a fanboy, but he wasn't obsessive. And Xenos is obsessive. I really do need to fix the chair because I want to lean back in the chair and relax a little bit, but it's when I just start to lean back that the chair starts to squeak more and more. Really need to just I keep forgetting. It's literally just my ADHD again. If I just keep forgetting, the thought flies off and just leaves. And then it's gone, just forgot.
Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Hello, friend. It's level 82. Should have seen that come in, really. Wings of hope rise up through the night. Higher, oh higher. Recliner is the ultimate computer chair. Hard disagree. Actually, like firm disagree. Oh my goodness, friend, what are you giving me? Burger! Thank you so much! Have feathers. Have feathers. Thank you for burger! I'm going to enjoy it very much. I'm friend of bird. I have big supply of feathers. Yeah. Yeah. Disagree on recliner chair for computers. My chair is one of those office chairs where you pull out the lever and you can go really far back. I hate doing that when I am trying to use my PC. I hate doing that. This is why I have a problem with shrimping. I like to be close to my computer when I am using it. When I'm using the keyboard. I lean back when I'm playing with the controller and controller games. If I'm using my keyboard, I like to be close to my desk. Hard disagree. I do not like using my computer in a recliner. I need to be upright. I do not understand, because Spook loves that reclines as well. He is always leaning all the way back in his chair. He is like flat at his keyboard, and I'm like, no, cannot. And like, whenever he used to come play here, he would pull out the lever and he would go all the way back, and I'm like, I am little! I can't even reach my keyboard when I do this! I can't fucking reach! I'm small! I need to sit up! Yeah, reclining is for controllers, but mouse and keyboard, I gotta be sat upright. Right, I am once again not the appropriate level for the MSQ, which is a little frustrating. My one can go 90 degrees. Just go to bed at that point. Why do you have a chair? There you are, feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Skolok. Name. and thank him for coming to our rescue in the rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting Ystrola and the others, I thought now would be the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Keyboard goes on your lap. How long is your keyboard wire? Jesus. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphinaud can tear himself away from his new toys. Oh, bless. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on and head to the phenomenon. It's a feminine phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps we should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them it will not be long. Sure! I love you. Where? Apple. Apple. Yes, good, excellent. How's it going, Alfie? Getting to hang with them? Getting to grips? Heading out for a stroll? So like himself was here? In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Often of all people worrying over his reputation and our alma mater no less. Oh, the wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Oh, fancy sage. Oh, very refined. Very smart. I like it. You look like a scientist. I could have ported there, but now I'm running. It's been a couple of days and now we're actually playing games and stuff. How do people feel about the background and the layout now? With the borders and with the avatars like not blocking the game and stuff? Not that long though, to be honest, in my case. It's always on my desk, so I suppose it makes it easier to reach. The thing is for me as well, is as I've said this before, I live in this very weird middle thing. I'm gonna have to explain this. Again, visual person. This is why it's on the bingo. The thing is... Oh, my tablet is off. Cool. If I'm on my desk, my tablet's ratios are off, so I can't draw correctly. This is going to be fun. Is that if I've got my two desktop monitors, and my desk comes out, and I have my keyboard, like, here, I have to leave this space empty because of my drawing tablet. And when I'm not using it, my tablet does get put to the side, but I still can't really pull the keyboard forward because of the wire, like, going round the back and down to where my PC is on the floor. So, yeah, it just kind of doesn't work. And also, I like the support of the desk. I rest my arm on the desk. Because if I had my keyboard on the edge of the desk, I've got nothing to support my arms. So yeah, maybe I'm a little too particular. Who's to say? I will mark that off. Right. Another cutscene. mini cutscene. Here it is. Phenomenal. While I expect you may note it before, one can hardly miss it. Is it the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expensive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the centre of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of aetheriological phenomena, hence the name. Though with aether being a fundamental mental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, phenomenon was decreed to complete and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane and the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Sharlayan's foremost educational institute. I have a non-standard setup as well, so I'm right-handed, but use a left-handed setup for my mouse and keyboard because it works. Oh, I guess that means that you're partially ambidextrous. We always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. I've long since lost track of how many times he's recited the same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stomping ground. It was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduate with highest honours in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're both equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honours. I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that it was where the legend of Alphino Levier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we will somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Well, no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Skolok name. After other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his winds take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. What? That was Alphino Levier, wasn't it? The Alphino Levier? And he's with his sister and Master Valdestin's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! Oh, sorry, you said you were looking for the Skull-Arc, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Alea Ho would have a better idea. Okay. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship? I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An oration is in order. Ahem. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to the Searchers' Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the Studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? That's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searchers' Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners to go find it. I just find it easy to type with my dominant hand and not having to switch from mouse to keyboard to type. Oh, fair enough. Then when I type, I take my hand off the mouse. Because if I'm typing, I probably don't need my mouse. You wouldn't believe that some of the requests we get. Eye of Passia, this, tongue of giant toad, that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. Throwback to Kay's hairstyling. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information about Scarlet. Sorry about being tracked down. I mean, I'm no gleaner. This bit. I beg your pudding, you're not a gleaner. Then this was all an elaborate ruse. No way. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. She's very cute. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it in the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling scream. The time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Skolak has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I'm feeling you'll need it. Yep. Cutie patootie. I move and do most of my actions in-game with the keyboard. I'll go take a pic of it later if I remember. Ah, fair enough. I do the old movement with mouse. Very casually, of like looking around with mouse, because turning on keyboard is generally too slow. And, of course, there is also the, you know, if I'm attacking in this direction, I need to see in this direction in case something is attacking me. So... Skolak was here a short time ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums. There he is, and I can't interact with him in this class. God damn it. Hello.
Ah.
Ooh, voice acting.
I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Favorite cutscene so far. I love this guy. He seems so nice. I haven't even. This is our first time properly interact with him, but he just has a nice, like, you know, people. You know when you meet people in real life who have just like a friendly air to them. That's what this guy is. He just has the vibe, you know.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you.
Like, friendly face. I think it is partially due to the wrinkles around the eyes. Like, it shows that he smiles a lot. You know?
I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
Is my microphone okay? Because it looks like it's displaying really weird, and I don't know if it's been doing that the entire time and I've only just noticed, or if it's just started doing that. I know that Slight lag on your sound and model. Weird. Huh. So yeah, when I'm in sync. The model is in sync on my end. It's intermittent. Interesting. The model is in sync on my end. How bizarre. How bizarre. I feel like this is a microphone issue. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. I've noticed it going off when other things speak. That's partially going to be because I have the sound coming through my speakers because I stream so much, wearing headphones 24/7 was actually starting to give me headaches. So a lot of my streams actually I have the sound coming through the speakers. So very rare occasions, sometimes the sound comes through and it gets picked up by the microphone, which triggers the lip moving. It's literally a self-care thing of wearing headphones 24/7 was physically hurting me, so I don't anymore.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
The wink.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Hi, boopies. Wonderful.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
I don't want to lecture. You sit down and you learn. I've been using headphones so long I don't know if I'd even like speakers anymore. This thing, like... I mean, I got new speakers last year thanks to you guys because they were on Throne. So my old speakers were a bit naff. These ones are a lot nicer. But even I'll acknowledge of, like, you know, so when it comes to certain bits of sound quality, like certain music and things, sometimes I will prefer headphones. It was literally just the time of, you know, if especially on the old schedule of, like, when I used to do stuff in the mornings as well. And then you got to think of in the evening, I would also, you know, be playing, you know, when playing D&D and talking with my friends, anytime I'm on Discord and stuff, also need headphones, because can't use Discord not with headphones, you know, the sound would come back through and you'd end up in a loop and it would be awful. So yeah, I realised that my ears and head were aching a lot, just due to excessive headphone usage. So... no, I don't wear them as much. I still probably wear my headphones at least once a day, because generally in the evening, obviously when I go into Discord to talk to people, and things like that, and on rare occasions, certain games, I will play through my headphones. Again, typically the evening ones, like Beastie Ball and stuff, like if we're in the evening and Spook's going to bed, I'll have the sound come through the headphones and stuff. If I know I have a dungeon coming up in FF, I'll put my headphones on the off chance that obviously we go into VC with people. So I still wear my headphones a lot, but I wear them less now because they were physically hurting. And that's not even a headphone problem. Every set of headphones that I have owned has always done that. It's just a thing that happens with me. So yeah, which means that on rare occasions, I walk a very fine line of the sound has to be loud enough coming through the speakers that I can hear it, but quiet enough that the microphone doesn't pick it up. And it's a very delicate balance, and it can vary from game to game, from music to music. It's why when TTS gets triggered, it makes my mouth move. It's because, and it has a weird echo, it's because the TTS is louder than all my other sources, so that it can be heard over the other sources, and the microphone picks it up. And that's why that happens. On rare occasions, if I am not busy, when I hear the TTS sound effect, I will very hastily mute my microphone, sometimes to try and stop that coming through. And the best way to fix that would be to use headphones, but my ears hurt. Another way would also be to get a microphone, my microphone arm sorted out. Currently, my microphone is sat on the desk. I have a microphone boom arm, so I could move the microphone to be more sort of over me and like angle it in a way to get it away from the speakers a bit better. But one, I'm lazy. I haven't done that. Two, I don't think the space is really suited for a boom arm, because of the shape of my desk and the shape of how things are. And two, also, nope, the thought's gone. Do you ever forget what you're saying mid-sentence? You have a brain that doesn't work and you just forget what you're saying mid-sentence? Have you tried conduction headphones? What are those? Are those the ones that, like, go round the outside of your ear? If they are, then no, I have not. Bone conduction. No, I have not. I have not tried those. I'd be very curious to try them. What?
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Nah. I've been boxed. Don't quiz me on lore, magic.
Not entirely inaccurate, but nor is it the answer I was looking for. That would be corporeal ether. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux.
No burping in class, wow.
In contrast, the ether
I didn't
that
burp. Wait, what
comprises
did you
the
guys
soul
hear? I didn't
is
burp.
rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory. as the
I
two
genuinely
are
didn't. What?
intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to the... No. According to game lore, when you're tired, you're low on corporeal aether. That makes sense.
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
Fascinating. I put together a very rough sketch of my setup I'll drop on Discord in a minute. Fair enough.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
That's a large percentage.
We must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
The weight painting glitch as a 3D artist, that makes me smile.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
Really?
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form.
Who's to say?
Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
Wakey, wakey, Inkwell. Allusion to collective unconsciousness, yeah.
I'm unable to assist you with certain matters.
We all become one.
The resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
X will be like, yay, books.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlian, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Thank you. That was nice. Been granted the run of Phenomenon. If you are a game, key will put your artisanry to good use. Oh, is that for crafting? That makes sense. That's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. On that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way we should better acquaint yourself with Key and the scholar that Skolok suggests while I share your findings with Raha. Yeah, we got this. We got this now. I don't have any crafters even remotely close to this level. Go. I'm gonna be 85 soon on my Dragoon. This is why I wanted to level up an alt. Out leveling the story. Hey, Blade. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding scales has met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa. Time has come for us to go on the offensive. Retying my hair. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by setting the scales, getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Damn. No Toxel for you, Growlith. Sorry. Didn't realise these crates are so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Vitra and the alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. You not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, would soon be found consorting with foreign powers, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. Luck we'll soon have news of our own to share. Tide is about to turn, I can feel it. To Limsa Laminsa! Back to Limsa we go. What's the best way for me to do this? To the estate hall. Look how much cheaper it is to teleport. Look how much cheaper it is. Wait, no, I didn't want to use an Aetheryte ticket. That defeats the point. I do not wish to use the ticket. That's where the mostly naked cat girls live. You're correct. And? You got a problem with that? I'm eye level 510 at the moment. My ninja is eye level 400, so the ninja could do with a boost. I have got coffers. Someone say cat girls, good for them. There's also cat boys. Oh look, a distraction. I remember that when male Vera were being added into the game, it was a joke that cat boys were going to become an endangered species because all the cat boys were going to change over into bunny boys instead. I still see a decent amount of cat boys though, but it was a funny joke. Right, let's go to Limsa. Domestic and big. Oh, for God's sake, Cole, you could have rotated the picture. Oh, I see. Right. So you box yourself in? Fascinating. I tried. Weird. Wild. That's wild to me. But also, you're gonna need to change that if you want VR. So you can't box yourself in like that if you want VR space. You need it to be open. Bulwark Hall, of course. Where else would it be but the Bulwark Hall? I suppose there's not a lot of point in me being rogue at the moment. I was told to expect you, as you may or may not be aware the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seedseer and the Sultana. Be the most powerful women in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? I love that the 3 primary cities are all led by women. Kind of somewhat wary of a VR setup. Doing that via phone, I couldn't find the rotate picture button. Fair enough. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. I drew it on a paper plate! Never change, Core. Never change. Yes. Oh, Captain, my Captain. On the contrary, we're honoured and grateful and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It's reassuring to learn that we are all in accord. Might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilise their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of kobolds, Sargin, Excel, and Anata have given rise to increasing numbers of primals. Your triumphs in Razadhan have given us cause for hope once more. Time has come to free ourselves of this menace. It is you, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophroi at bay, we must dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsebard contingent. Ooh. I think such progress had been made in so short a span. I think the sun just set, all the lamps just turned on. Its objectives are twofold. First is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telophroi every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember we do not also forsake our compassion or morality. For without that, there will be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there is reason to believe the smaller spire is merely a precursor of what is yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot is toppled, we failed to make any headway, although the same could not be said of the Telophroi. They're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. That's a good idea. I'll set a timer later to turn my lights on. It did make the same thought in me of I sometimes turn the porch light on for Spook to get home because it gets dark, but obviously since the changing of the seasons, it hasn't been getting dark as late. So sometimes I don't need to do it. Honestly, the weather affects it. Like, not yesterday, but the day before, it was really dark. And so I needed to turn the light on. But yesterday I didn't really need to because we had a bit of sun. I wager the spies' primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Ashtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spies siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to a larger spire in the capital. There's logic to that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we will bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. What would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. I want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For honour and glory for the people of Garlemald, for revenge against the Telophoroi. Probably not revenge. Revenge is not a good... For the people. I clicked the wrong one. Fuck. Never mind. I literally clicked the one I didn't want to click. Couldn't have put it better myself. Tancred and Urianger have already pledged their support, and we're on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you've delivered the warding status to Alamiga, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Raban and Lord Aymeric are overseeing the preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon your arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi, so draw steel. As for us, we'll need to keep the enemy busy while you're gone. The only ones who can't create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge that Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Ooh, it's happening! It's finally happening! It's hoopening! I forgot I can fly in this zone. Hello. Where's the point to stand on this? I think I have to dismount in order to do this. I can't stand on it. I'm gonna fuck this up. Woo! I did not. I've forgotten the command. Is it view? No, it's lookout, isn't it? Slash lookout. No, it's not. FFXIV Vista. Lookout. Did it not like it because it was in caps? Yeah, it is lookout. It didn't like it because it was in caps. That was unexpected. Dismount mid-air and play. I'm not sure you can dismount mid-air in FF. I don't think the game lets you. Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Aymeric be leading the contingent? Aggressively, no. Our role is to organise the various delegations to a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsebud contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid to the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do try my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Aymeric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsebud, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Oh, hello! Are you coming with us? I don't think we could stop him coming with us, frankly. Word about your exploit travels quickly. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led the formation of this expeditionary force. Our contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. Oh, you are not coming with us. You're not coming with us. Mm-hmm. I lost where I was going at the end of sentence. I think I get what you mean there. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telophori have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would put the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsebud contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me into a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. Oof. I doubt they'd be pleased to see the champion of Eorzea appear. I doubt I'm going to be popular either. Fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling of your identity. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognise you on sight alone. Perhaps one day they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a woman deserving of their trust. Aww. Thank you. That's kind. Big words coming from you. Thank you very much. In light of Gaius's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Although I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? I might queue for another dungeon. Might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if you don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. How about if you need a hand? Yeah, you can come do a dungeon with me if you want. Just to give my ninja another little push. Just give it another little push. However, I need to go pee, so I'm gonna go do that first. I'm gonna go bathroom, and then I think I'm gonna go queue for another dungeon. We've done a nice little sandwich of we did a dungeon, main story, and we'll do another dungeon. Give me 5 minutes or so. I'm back. Ah. Hello. Bah. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Let's queue for a dungeon. I could summon another bun if you like. It's okay. It's not a story dungeon, so it's no a big deal. Because I'm guessing they probably have, like, just gotten home. If they want to have a shower or something. It's just leveling. Well, I've already done this one today, so I suppose I should do this one instead. God, you can tell I never do this. There we go. Okay, speaking of, hello! Hope your day has gone well. Core has offered me a trade for a cramorant. Let me trade for the cramorant. There we go, that seems like a good card to offer Core. Go. I'm on holidays now. Ah, yes, because you are getting ready for your trip now. Nice. Do you leave tomorrow? I still don't know if we're doing anything, because family is being awkward. Tomorrow, kind of aiming to be up there, 3 PM mission booked in. Fair enough. Fair enough. Event begins Saturday. Yeah. Remember you saying. Where? Sounds like you need to be packing then. I'm a creepy bun. No, you're not. Pack tomorrow, the models are all ready. Oh yeah, I suppose that's the thing, is making sure that all of your models are good and done and ready. Is that a hedgehog? Oh my god, it is. I couldn't see him against the stone. It was adorable. 2 sets of clothes. 2 sets of clothes, but you're down for 3 days. Huh? Is that a fucking hedgehog Robotnik? Probably. Interesting. So you can only trade up to a gold star item if you have trade tokens for it. You can't trade gold crowns, you can't trade... Core, you can't trade immersive cards. So even if I had a spare, I couldn't give it to you. It says they cannot be traded. 2 stars cannot be traded. 1 star is the basic alt art. So you can trade basic alt arts and you can trade basic EXs, but you can't trade alt EXs. That sucks. But I suppose it makes sense, I suppose, because if you're trading purely from a gameplay standpoint, then you can just trade for the basic ones. that's a shame, because unsurprisingly a lot of the alt art EXs are a lot of the ones that I don't have. But I can at least trade for the superior I'm missing. Well. With somebody. Currently downloading download tank is coming if needs be. If the download is done by the time before the dungeon pops, then by all means feel free to join. But don't stress about it. It's not a story dungeon, so it's not important. I just want to get my ninja to 82 so I can use it to do MSQ. And since I have half an hour left of stream, I figured why not. I literally can't wait for Spook to get home. I'm very excited. Oh, there you are. Alright, hang on. Pick thine class. Watch the immediate auto-queuing. Aww, what a darling. What a darling. Ooh, plushie. Can't see because of my hotbar. I think I have 3 immersive Pikachus and 3 golden Pikachus. Great, you can't trade them. So, thumbs up, I guess. So, I guess because you can't trade them, it is literally a trade them for that. You found the tail. Cool, I already had the tail. I had the tail last week. That's why we were talking about the tail. Are you okay? Do you need to lie down? Hi, Cookie. How's it going? Right. Let me eat food. I can eat burger. Consume burger. Delicious. Damn, sick profile picture. Nice profile picture, Saren. You watch the game be like, no, you don't get the level up. Not you, Cookie, I was talking to Core. I think we know I haven't been okay for a while. That's fine. Hope the awkward period for you is being okay, at least manageable. I don't expect you to be like, yeah, everything's great, because I know they're not, but I hope that you're at least looking after yourself. Why didn't that work? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, because they use an app. Yeah, the app. It's a very weird thing. Twitch's extensions and plugins are very... They're not unified on whether you do or don't use the app. It's very confusing. Do not need any equipment from this dungeon. I'm on desktop, not the app. No, I don't mean app, I mean like the plugin that is allowing that command to happen. Different plugins do different things on Twitch, and they're not unified in how their commands work because they're all made by different people. For example, for the stream avatars, if you want to hug somebody, you have to do !hug, and I think you have to actually @ them. But the follow age, you don't @ them, so it's like they're not unified across plugins. I want to make a bot. Ooh, what to do? What? Would be for me to have a chat AI in my channel. I do know I think I have a friend who has a like their own sort of AI chatbot thing that's like comboed with a TTS that I think they made or a friend of theirs made, where you can do a redeem to ask them a question, and it reads out the question and then answers it, but from the perspective of like the character, like it has a personality that they put in. So they can be like, oh, hey, what's your thought of streamer? And they'll think about it and they go, streamer? I love the streamer. They do this and do this. But then, like, you'll ask them another question of, like, do you like this particular type of food? And they'll be like, no, I don't like this type of food. It gets stuck in my teeth. I do love blueberries, though. And it's just cute. It's like a little character that they made. It's like the next evolution of a TTS bot. It's very fun. Yeah, I think maybe they made it themselves. I don't think it's a publicly available one. I think it's unique to them. Yeah, I say you'd make it yourself. I know, that's what I mean. Of like, you could probably do a similar thing. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Aggro to the Benoy. Do we do this? Yep. I love the name Bavarius because it like ticks all the boxes for a Monster Hunter name. Here we go. I had to evaluate 200 videos for work, main AI that did it in 24 hours. Making the AI took me 7. Training added up to 6 hours, so it's faster for me to make the AI and have it do it than for me to do it myself, as the videos are 2 hours long. It's whether it can do it, because obviously in some situations it's, like, bad. This is the thing of, like, I think there is a certain percentage of people on the internet now who hear the word AI and immediately, like, see red and like, AI is bad, and it's like, no, generative AI that steals artwork and you know, intellectual property and people's voices and likenesses that they don't have permission to is bad. AI that, like, powers stuff isn't bad. Like, the boss fight that we're currently fighting is powered by AI. It's important to remember the distinction between the two. I think I got the level up I needed. Yeah, I got the level up I needed. Thanks, buds! That was all I was trying to do. Thank you, Benoist. Ooh, I get a present. The other members of Ilsabit contingent have gathered in the Royal Palace. I shall inform you of them of your arrival. Please make sure your way inside as soon as you're ready. Thanks, bud. I probably have a very big cutscene now, don't I? Remaining members of the Scions, your friends and most of the Ilsabit contingent await for you within. Would you like to see me to see you through? Yeah, that's the... Are you sure you want to come in here? Because there's a cutscene in here. The output from Iteration 1 was funny. I bet it was awful. I bet the output from Iteration 1 was awful. AI that does the boring stuff from my work, I will not call that bad. Yeah, if there was an AI that knew how to appropriately and sensibly generate UVs, that would save me a lot of work in 3D work. There is not. At the moment, you have to do that shit manually. AI, we want AI to take away the boring jobs, not the fun jobs. Let me create artwork, which is fun. Anyway, enough talk about AI.
By the 12.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Something robot do my dishes while I paint minis. Exactly. Exactly.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
Like another, I suppose another, I know I said I wouldn't talk about it. Another prime example would be, if voice recognition AI became good enough that it could accurately auto-caption my videos for me, which currently it is not. Which means, you know, when I want to do TikTok, like, shorts of Twitch clips, I have to manually caption them. And it takes a lot of time and effort, which is why they don't come out as often as they should. And I would love if I had something that could do it properly. I think there is at this moment in time, but a lot of them require money, and I do not have that. So, yeah.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
I'm training one on capture remotes, planning to make it open source. Neat. Yeah, I need one that can plug into my video editor so I can, like, edit how the captions look and, you know, use the correct fonts and things like that. And again, I imagine I will have to manually tweak a lot of it, but at least as a starting point, it would save me a lot of time from a video editing perspective if I could have some sort of auto-captioner. As I think my software that I use does have one, but it's in the paid version and I use the free version. Trade it for English and Dutch. Hey!
We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted colleagues.
Hey! I was drinking my water. Hey!
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end.
It's okay, Saren, you can share.
We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Oh, F. Hey, not a cult. I love the crystal daggers on my ninja. They're exceptionally good.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Yep. It's all of the classes that you get in the three... Hello, you.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
Yeah.
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Hey.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We
Not a
might
cult.
have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. Then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
Yeah. Good boy.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
A good lad.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
The pair of them just like, Judge, I know what you mean.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
The pair of them just like, gosh, it's awfully warm in here, isn't it? My word.
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
I love them. The dads.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
Absolutely, 100%.
Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon.
Hell yeah.
They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Hi, bud!
Lord Monolane.
Hello! I was about to say, God, there's so many familiar faces in here. I love this.
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
Hello!
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
I dare say your fancy footwork is all that stands between us and certain doom. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the Shinobi of Doma?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood.
Hi!
As a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach.
Love the Angry Dragon Lady. We do! We love her. We love her. We couldn't keep her out of this if we tried.
But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
Dalmasca!
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
People from the war. Ah! That's why I don't recognize them. The only people I didn't recognize.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I.
Just innocent men.
They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we.
We're just innocent men. We're just simple men.
Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders.
Yeah. Who are they and why are they hot? Yeah.
Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma.
Yeah, we love Maxima.
So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good.
both in game and in real life, I have a very tall friend called Max who I love very much. They're good beans!
But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord.
Is their height set to max? They might be.
Our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities.
Exciting.
The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make count in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
I responded to your trade, oh, by the way, Core. I don't know why that just came back into my brain. So many people! Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle to survive the harsh climates of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi, that is fair. All this considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defences in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. Yeah, it's a shame, but it is very true. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honours? Yeah. Warding scales for the Ishganja delegation, I take it. Hadn't checked yet. Nah, it's no bother. Talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. found myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. Now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Aymeric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge of former times to good use. I would not disappoint him. The future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. I swear to God, somebody in this room, if not multiple people, are going to die. I know this game. There's at least one, if not many people are gonna die, and I'm very upset by that. Because this game is literally being like, hi, remember all of these friends that you have? Make sure you say goodbye to them. Set of warding scales, not that I would know what they look like. Look at these, even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with aether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves. Is that the right term? Why would this ever be called Fields Walker? Leaves the other mountain or whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, and nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Foreshadowing is a literary device. I swear you've got something. You've got something for us. Get to the part of the game that can best be described as fuck me. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything because I literally knew that it was going to come. I was literally going to instigate it, but I was like, we've had our very sort of like smooth intro, and I was like, I feel like the story's going to start ramping up soon. Because I know that Endwalker gets insane, so I'm like, it's going to have to start ramping up soon, and this is the moment. This is the moment it starts. Scales everyone's talking about, pretty little things, aren't they? Reckon they'd be worth a gill or two when it's over, but we'll be holding on to them for now. One more thing, I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Enizar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilfir told me is they needed someone to help safeguard the future, and here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humour. Of course, some of you might be wondering what a good pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew do whatever's needed, so let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Yes? These are the famed warding scales, enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the Tollswood. The other seats here, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In doing so, I will come close to understanding myself and my place in the world, or so she says. I say it is past time our allies benefited from the power of Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. I'm sure bringing all the C-tier characters in when your rival has a literal scythe is not foreshadowing at all. Yes! Yes! Is the foreshadowing in the room with us? Heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Oh, the talismans! We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of light. Aww, that's lovely. It's not foreshadowing. It's 5 shadowing, oh dear. I hope I've done his words justice. Domo, much like Othar. Oh! Some of my items have sold. Much like Othard has been plagued by the towers, yet while we could not be here, we wish to express his shared conviction. Yen and Nugiri labour without rest to unite the people, and their aid will keep the enemy at bay. We of the Steep and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. My buddy! Do you have warding scale for me? I do. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many that to wear the Cold of Ilseburn, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be disputing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but I understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make fell preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. And another one. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You wouldn't need to worry about Arianja and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armour, and since he has spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I see no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark, is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? She. We knew. But how? I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. Whenever the scions are in need of clothing, Tataro shall appear. Tataro shall appear. Ah! Did you sneak off to Elsabad without telling me? Nothing escapes my notice. She's so cute. You will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. Oh my god, do I actually get an outfit? You never cease to amaze me. I thought the mystery present was going to be a wind-up thing, but if it's an outfit, oh my god. Why do you need a new outfit as well? Are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather than the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? The little knife. I did have one other thing to share. Yep. I'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian? Oh, why not? You can keep Kroll company in the Baldessian Annex. The girls! Yes, we'd love to have you there. I heard that they did a fine job carrying on in your stead while we were laying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident she won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything summarily disastrous were to happen, I'd be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes will keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Final Fashion 14. Yep. The end game of every game is fashion, whether it's FF, Monster Hunter, or some other third one I can't name. Tataru is just playing the end game, making sure we all have fashion. Exactly. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Fashion, fashion, fashion. Here are your winter willies, handcrafted by yours truly. Aww. It's amazing. I have to save it in the glamour dresser immediately. Eight. I'm gonna leave there. Ugh. Big stretch. Ugh. Ababa. Ababa-booey. Right. I'm gonna go. I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna go with golf. We're just gonna go with golf. That's an easy sort of pick. So I will make that announcement. I have no idea what I'm gonna do during the day because all of the jobs I need to do are off-stream jobs. Ah! I immediately dyed that thing red. Love it. Love it. Right, yeah. I will see you tomorrow for who knows what. and then golf. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I got the new avatar into VR chat for a very early look, like without any of the fancy setup, and found a bunch of things that were broken, so I had to go back to Blender. So it's a good thing that I definitely didn't try to get VR chat this week, because nope. So yeah. But hey, I'm probably going to be continuing working on that throughout the evening, because that is how pretty much all of my evenings have gone for the last, like, 2-3 weeks, is I'm just going to keep working on it, because I want to get it done. It looks good. Right. Whatever happens, I will see you next time. Bye!